the trail whether or not to come to the vista, and let's see if it was worth it. Oh, I'm pretty sure it's worth it.
Question for you.
What, brother?
Do you know if that's South Carolina over there? What place?
It looks like it, doesn't it?
I got married on that hill right there.
No shit.
Yeah.
Which
one?
one? Number one, two. Well, here we are, morning 10 on the trail, and we're hiking with Logan, who has adopted the name of Viking, thus the Viking hat and beard that he has on. So, Logan, where are you from, bud?
I'm from Central Florida.
Yeah. What brings you to the trail?
Well, a few years ago, I was hiking with my twin brother, and he said something about hearing about this trail on a radio station. And at first, I thought, people spend 5 months out of their life just hiking this trail. That's insane. Why would people do that? So I went home and I did my research, and I just fell in love with it. That love bug bit me, and after a couple years doing research and training stuff, I'm finally here.
Yeah. And last night we kind of adopted you into the team Ric Flair. So could you give us 2 claps and a Ric Flair?
I'd be honored.
Woo! Thanks, brother. Looking forward to hiking with you.
You too.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Really, it's noon. Got on the trail this morning at 9. Stayed at Deep Gap Shelter. About a good quarter to a half mile down into the gap, so coming out this morning was not much fun. We're headed to Bly Gap today. Bly Gap is 1/10 of a mile past the Georgia and North Carolina line, so our goal is to finish our first stake today. Trail's been fair. After climbing out of camp this morning, had a pretty steep uphill, probably 500-600 feet, and then we descended probably 1,000 into Dix Creek Gap, stopped, all watered up, and all had snacks, and talked a little bit to other hikers and saw some people getting dropped off, people getting picked up. I saw Skidmark and Outdoor Fresh. I met them the very first night on the trail at Hawk Mountain Campsite, so they had written me a couple times wanting to catch up, so it was great to see them. They just went into Hiawassee this morning. They were just going to do a resupply and hit the trail again. Then I saw the 2 boys from Ohio that I had camped next to at Woods Hole Shelter, and they were coming back out of town. They'd stayed in Hiawassee overnight, so everybody's in a good mood, good spirits. Unfortunately, right now, Stop and Go is about, I'm gonna say 4 miles behind us on the trail. His knee is so bad that the downhills really kill him, and downhills can be hard on your legs. So that was, that's disappointing because we all like him so much and he's fun to. But the way the trail goes, very likely he'll catch up with us. Somebody will take a day off here or there, and he doesn't. But either way, we'll stay in touch with him, let him know how the trail is. Other than that, it's not quite as sunny today, but it is going to be in the 50s. It is there now, hiking in t-shirt and shorts again, which is unusual. Of course, last night at dinner, I spilt my hot chocolate all over my shorts. And my shorts are a hot chocolate stain today. So anyway, if that's the worst thing that happens to me on the trail today, I'll be happy with that. So anyways, I thought I'd share a few minutes here what it looks like. I'm on a decline. It's very hard to video on an uphill. Even the decline's hard because of the step downs, but uphill, I need to use both poles, and it's just difficult. But I will try to be fair and not show all the good stuff on the trail and show some of the sucky stuff, like embracing the suck. And there's a sign on this tree in the middle of nowhere. What's it say? It says, "This site above spring is being restored to natural state due to the heavy use in this area." Oh, okay, so this area up here, they're unofficially asking you not to camp there above this little spring that's right here because they're trying to restore it. So the trail gets heavy use, especially from February 15th through the end of April. It's what's called the bubble on the trail. The bubble is the largest group of hikers that start their hikes at the same time. I'm kind of right in the middle of that as a mid-March start date. But I can tell you the trail thinned out very quickly. I suspect, like normal, about 25% of the people quit by the time they got to Neal's Gap. I can understand why if you weren't prepared. This trail will beat you up. But I'm proud to say right now, mentally and physically, I'm ready to go. I'm a 58-year-old ready to go, not a 28-year-old ready to go, but still, we're doing okay. So anyways, I thank all of you for watching and appreciate those of you who subscribed. And if you haven't, please consider it. And as I say on all my videos, I gotta get rolling. So I just climbed up out of Cowart Gap, and you can see the hills in front of me, or mountains. And one thing I can assure you is that on the Appalachian Trail, if you're wondering where you're going, just look forward and look for the next highest peak. And I almost guarantee you that's where you're going. Another thing I want to talk about real quick is the trail is cool for this reason. You can walk down the street of any city, or maybe most towns, and you don't stop to acknowledge people. And the way the trail works, obviously it's a thin ribbon through the woods, but if you walk up on somebody or they're going the opposite direction, you acknowledge them, typically have at least a brief conversation, ask them how their day's going. Sometimes you ask them how the trail is in advance, but one thing I've learned is that all of us are liars here about what we've already climbed. So if I climbed it and it was hard, it's going to be easy going downhill, but it may not be. So I don't ask much about the trail. But it's too bad the world is not more like the trail, where we take time to acknowledge people that pass us in a hallway, or in the office, or in the parking lot on the way to the store, or in the aisle at the store. But we don't, and maybe that's something I'll do more of when I get off this trail, is take time to be interested in people who I may or may not know on a daily basis. Anyways, enough of that. Headed to Bly Gap again, which we believed is about 8 miles ahead, but if we get there early enough, everybody'd like to go 2 more miles to Muskrat Shelter, and that would just put us 2 miles shorter on the next couple of days, which is always good if you have a couple miles in your pocket to put against the toll that you might have to have. So, all right, gotta get. Yeah, so me and Thumper. Hey, Thumper, feeling better today, brother?
Much better, thank you so much.
Yeah, glad to. We just hiked up out of Cowart Gap, no small climb, and we're headed down to Plum Orchard Shelter for lunch, but we were treated to a little view here as we came across. One of those bad boys over there, I think, is Standing Indian, so that'll be our climb tomorrow. Anyways, headed down for some lunch. Okay, day 10 in the books, and this right here is Georgia, and this right here is North Carolina, and it doesn't feel a damn bit different. But one nice thing is, one state down, 13 to go. There's Viking. Woo! Viking crossing the Georgia.
Yeah!
And now you're in North Carolina. You feel any different?
I feel accomplished.
You should be. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you, brother.
Here comes Washer. Washer coming, and behind him we got Thumper raising the flag. Look at that smile on Washer. Way to go, Washer. Woo! Oh, he's going from Georgia,
Woo!
North Carolina. Woo!
We own you, Georgia.
Attaboy. Thumper is, by the way, he's not going to say much about this, but Thumper is very close to the 8,000 miles hike mark, right, Thumper?
I am.
Yeah, so...
Either 2 miles before Franklin or after. Have to check it out.
So we're going to try to celebrate that appropriately when we get there. Washer, how does it feel to be in North Carolina? Yeah? Man of many words. All right, guys. Glad you're all here. So we decided to hike up out of here. But up there is Viking. This is the path to Viking. And he's not 50 yards from me. And he's straight up. Ugh, end of the day. Gotta get rolling.